Hi everyone, my name is Electrodonkey and today we're back reviewing another game. Today we're reviewing a game called Backpack Twins, a platformer, with puzzle and elements, a demo included. We just get this nice little hi. I'm working on Backpack Twins, a platformer with puzzle and elements. For some reason that's incredibly hard for me to say. Based on character switching mechanic, another key gameplay element is the ability to step on the other character's backpack to reach higher places. It's a relatively simple game. I actually really like it though. The execution is really quite good, and the puzzles are difficult. The platform aspect is hard. So there's a yeah, it does again. This is another scenario where it says gameplay gamepad strongly recommended. We'll go ahead and see if it. I feel like it really does. We'll plug one in, but let's just go with the controller, the keyboard. At the moment, I think the keyboard controls could do some work, but we'll give it a go anyway. So you load up. It was pretty quick that first time. The first time I loaded it was kind of slow, but that's kind of the same. It's always like that. So yeah, of course, the first thing you notice is you can step on each other's backpack, which is pretty cool. And I like the animation actually as well. It kind of looks like he's hunched down a little bit. You know, he's holding on to his backpack with dear life because his brother's on top. The switching, I feel like maybe the controls. This is a control thing. W is to switch. I think D should also switch, but switch like the other way. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I just think it should. I think D should also switch, because if I'm here, for example, I want to go back to the right, and instinctively right is D, because that's how the keyboard is kind of set out. So yeah, a small thing. Also, like Z doesn't appear to do anything, so Z could maybe it does later on. I'm not sure. It's a bit early to presume anything. Anyway, this was one thing where I felt like, at this point, there isn't a massive point in actually using the teamwork aspect. I don't know what was like. If I show you here, what's up there? It's hard to point, but up in there, I'm not sure. Yeah, this aspect was like a little bit simple. I was expecting to have to use each other, but yeah, whatever. This one is easier, from what I remember. If we just double up a little bit. What's the sound? Oh, there is. I didn't even realise that. Well, we'll keep it off for the time being though. There's a little bit of sound. But yeah, it's pretty nice. We messed up. One thing that I maybe don't necessarily like is that, I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, but the whole like checkpoint aspect, like I think this should, oh right, we both have to get past the checkpoint. Okay, that kind of makes a little bit more sense. Probably should have thought of that one. But yeah, I think, oops, didn't mean to do that. I think maybe like in this scenario, so here I've got one of them to the other side. If my other one like dies here, I think that we should be able to just ignore it, like only have one fall, like not both. I think we both have to be here. Yeah, there we go. It goes green. I think also just this small controller kind of, or keyboard thing. I think that one of the other buttons, such as up or space, should really be used for jump. Only because they're not currently being used for anything else. If they were being used for something else, then I'd probably say leave it as is. But in this case, like, I'm gonna have to do that again. In this case, it's not like a huge thing, so I wouldn't be too bothered. This is the bit where I get a little bit annoyed, because here is where realistically I want to just have to do one, because every time I can consistently get that guy up to the top there. But it's this bit. This bit's the problem, right? So I think what you should do is just have maybe some sort of like, I don't know, maybe some sort of like life system almost hidden from the user. So here I've done this level, like, what was it? like 3 times now or so, at least. So maybe at this point only have one of them die, and whichever one is furthest stays alive. Or sorry, the one that dies does die, and the one that's kind of the best one. So example here, this one that's made it up there should, I think, survive, even if the other one dies. So I just have, after a certain amount of tries, that it kind of makes it a little bit easier, perhaps. Yeah. Otherwise we could be stuck here for a while. And that's not really something you want to do. You don't want to have, unless you're aiming for a really hard game, you don't want to have players stuck on a level for a long time. Unless you're going for something like the likes of like Celeste and stuff, which are meant to be hard. If you're going for more the puzzle aspect, then definitely okay, there we go. Definitely switch it up a little bit just to make it a little bit easier sometimes. Would be my opinion on that. Not sure if we can really do that. I'll go check, I guess. Go check what we can and can't do. Okay, so I guess we can't do that. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of problems with the controls, I must say. Just a slight problem. I'm trying to think how we could do this, actually. It's kind of tricky. I'm not sure if it's possible in one run like that. Doesn't appear so. Yeah. So yeah, this is the kind of puzzle. This is kind of into the puzzle aspect. Like here, I'm not entirely sure what I'm meant to do, so I've got to kind of think through, because if I just keep doing this, it's not going to work. Yeah, so we're always going to end up in the same way. So this is, I guess, where the puzzle aspect comes in a little bit. I'm trying to think how we could actually manage it. It may just be a matter of timing, so it may be just that we have to go like here just before it pops. We jump or something. I'm not sure. I like the animations. The animations are pretty cool. The particles and stuff. Overall, I really like the look of the game as well. Just quickly whilst I'm failing on this level. Yeah, it actually looks really nice. I can't pick any flaws with the looks of it. To be honest, I feel like it's pretty alright on that. Maybe switch the brothers up a little bit, so maybe have one of them have like a scarf or something that dictates which one's which. Because they're brothers, they're not twins, they're not identical. At least I think they're brothers. Oh, are they? I apologise. I somehow misread that as Backpack Bros or something along those lines. So yeah, it is twins. It is twins. They are meant to be identical. Still, identical twins can wear something a little bit different. So yeah, maybe just have them wear something a little bit different, like a scarf or something, just to spice things up a little bit. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, ignore what I've said about all the brother stuff. It's just me being a little bit stupid. So, back to the game. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to go about doing this. Is there a control we've missed? Switch, activate, pause. Nope, we're not doing any of that. And it's not in any of the examples either, which is not fun. Is this possible? I'm missing something. Nope, we can't stand there. Huh. Is it possible to jump the spikes? It is. Okay, right, so we can do it then. It's just going to be really, really hard, especially to get 2 across. There we go, there's 1, right. Oh, wish me luck on the second one. Oh no. See, things like that, right, that was just a common mistake. That wasn't like a flaw in judgment or anything like that. It was just a mistake. So things like that, I think we shouldn't have to do the whole thing again. Especially because it could quite easily get repetitive. Having to do everything twice could get quite easily repetitive. And I know that you go on to more involved activities with both of them, so controlling bits and bobs. But for these levels, it should be a little bit less repetitive feeling. Even just, just cut out the double stuff. So even if you do it once, the checkpoint works for that one or something, that would cut it out. Also, something that's a little bit annoying for me, and again, I'm going to be comparing this to Celeste, because it kind of feels a little bit like it, aside from the whole, player aspect. So, in Celeste, most of the levels can be completed by just kind of running in a certain way right from the get-go. So, it's a bit hard to show, but if I'm, here... Actually, you kind of can on this. Never mind. I feel like the dropping is kind of not always the same. I don't know. Don't know if that's just me being a little bit stupid or what. Yeah, the drop maybe. No, it is kind of the same. I don't know, I'm rambling on a bit now. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it there. I can't really get past that level, I don't think. Yeah, I think maybe just make them a little bit less repetitive is my main problem with the game. Other than that, I can't see anything apparently wrong, aside from the controls a little bit. Gameplay feels pretty nice other than that. And, these levels here look quite cool. It's a shame I couldn't get there, but they do look quite good and seem to be a bit more involved with the whole twin aspect. I'd like to have seen the cutscenes and stuff, but oh well. So yeah, if you liked this video, remember to subscribe, what do you guys want to do, and I'll talk to you in the next one.